feel as good as you pictured this whole time?
When I picked this moment, it feels better than I thought it would. I'm trying to reflect on everything. I'm grateful for my team. From everybody at DK Fitness, Kill Cliff, right? It's like I got to work with kids who are like 16, 17 pushing. You got T and Juan. I got to talk about them a lot. You'll see them come up one day. And then I got everybody at Kill Cliff from the time they welcome me to the gym. I got to talk about my corner, right? It's just like when I look at them and I'm really happy. Before I moved from North Carolina, I asked Coach Jones if I could come to the gym, and he welcomed me with open arms. Coach Lentz, he's been in my corner since day one as well, and he said he'd be my mentor, and he stayed on me. Then I started training Coach Dieter, and he said, if you come in here, I'm here to build world champions. So it's cool. He stuck with it. Shows up every day. He'll leave the gym, his house at 5 in the morning, gets to the gym by 7-hour drive, never complains, always shows up, no excuses. So like when that stuff hits me, I'm like, man, thank God. My parents coming from here to this country. My dad came here with $16 in his pocket, and I get to share this with him. So it feels a lot better than I could have ever imagined. And then my friend Delano, right? We talk so much trash together, but that guy, man, when the UFC cut me, one of the first people that called me. So we're just gonna keep working, man. Didn't care, trusted me, courted me in my first fights ever, and we're here together now. So I'm very, very grateful.
I think a lot of people were surprised by the fight because we all thought it was going to be a lot more competitive than it was. Were you surprised by that?
Respect to Josh, no. Like I knew we were gonna come dominate. That was a choice we made, and that's any fight. We don't put that much work in. We don't drive and train as much as we do to go be competitive. It's not here to compete. We're here to dominate, and that's the standard of both gyms, like Kill Cliff and DK Fitness, right? Like it's a championship culture. I think Josh is an excellent fighter that doesn't take away from him, and it's not like there are levels to. It's just like I came here to dominate. I didn't care if somebody's better than me, had more experience. Like since I started training when I was 24. I'm 29 now, but I know with the trainers and the minds that I have around me, like and my teammates, right? You should see the rounds we have at Kill Cliff. Those things are crazy. Just come watch a sparring day. Come watch a G. Jones practice. Come watch a session where, any of the trainers, Henry, Sean, Lentz, anybody saying like we're having sparring and see what that's like. You'll see it's harder than any fight you could ever have. So it's like, when I look on it, I expected myself to dominate, but I know they expected me to dominate too, and anything less wouldn't be acceptable.
And last one for me. Broadcast kept making a big deal about the fact that you were not opening your mouth. You didn't seem like you were even out of breath. Was that something you were consciously doing?
Well, take it back to Coach Jimbo when I first started. He would always say, like, if you're in a fight, why don't you keep your mouth open, right? Keeps your jaw exposed, and you get it cracked, you get hurt harder, hit harder, whatever. But, I'm here, I'm calm. Like, I wasn't tired, and I was focused on what I do. Like, you should see, like, back to the gyms. This is the way Coach Dieter pushes us on the Sunday. You see the way he pushes me on the bag where no excuses, nothing. Like the way we push, you see the way we train this week. Every single round, they stand on me so much, like staying focused on the task at hand. And part of that's your conditioning, right? I take care of myself, I push myself. And we always say, like, what's 25 minutes to 17 hours? My mom will sometimes go to work early in the morning and have literally a 17-hour shift. So it's like I have no excuse to look at it. Coach Dieter told me actually in between one round to look at your mom. And she was right there. I'm like, what's 17 to 25, right? Or what's 25 minutes to 17 hours? And like I really stand on that. We're at the gym. I always say, stand tall, stand tall. They don't care how tired the rounds are. You don't stop rounds. You don't take a round off, and it pays off. And they make it hard. They make it challenging. That's what we want. So I knew that it would kind of be an insult to my teams if I was out there breathing heavy, huffing and puffing. Like we don't sit down between rounds and we dominate till it's over. Whether the fight's 25 minutes or it's 2 hours, we keep going.
But you just touched on Jim O and the lessons that you still carry from Jim O, but
yeah.
A lot of your success seems to run parallel with the transition to Kill Cliff.
Yes.
Talk about how instrumental that's been to your career and the success that you're now finding.
Right, yeah. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you again.
Good.
So when I talk about Jim O, it's more like just to say thank you. That's how I got started in this. But you don't forget the people that helped you get here. But I remember before the Buckley fight, I kept saying, hey, I need training partners who can beat me up. I need people who could challenge me. You see Jason Jackson in here? You saw that uppercut he hit Emazov with? I felt that a few times too. So, but people who are straight up with you, people who could tell you, man, like I can go back to guys like Phil Hawes. I didn't take him down for months. Gregory Rodriguez, he's cracked me with right hands. Aaron Jeffrey, dog in the clinch. Logan Storley, dog. You see all these guys out here. And then, that's a couple of training partners that I have, right? Gerald Mearshart, intelligent. Just, you can go through a list of people, right? I could talk about all my training partners for this fight. Delano Taylor, annoying, but my guy too. But it's like you come into a gym that has a championship culture, come into a gym that has people that demand the best of you, and there are no easy rounds, no easy days. That's what it takes, and it's definitely parallel from the move. It's one of the best moves, the best move I made in my life, and moving to Kill Cliff has been such a blessing.
And last one for me, what do you think the first thing you're going to do with that $1 million is?
I'm gonna tithe, man. Like, my faith, you tithe. Like, without God, I wouldn't be here, and like I couldn't say I did anything without Him. Like, He's blessed me with the coaches, blessed me with the trainers, blessed me with the idea to move. I didn't want to be comfortable, but it's really on my faith. So I'm gonna tithe. I'm gonna just go to church, pray, and just thank God for that. And then like the fun thing that I'll do, like everybody gets taken care of, but I'm gonna just probably get a new motorcycle and a shotgun.
Man,
that's about it.
Impa right here, man.
What's up, brother?
Congratulations on the win, man. I will say, from watching your whole career, it's probably one of the best performances I've ever seen for you.
Thank you.
Put together a complete 25 minutes. It's only fitting because it's your 5th win this year, man. 5-0, and it really seems like the stars aligned this year, man. And knowing you and all that adversity and setbacks you dealt with, I guess looking at your career from like a macro perspective, you could potentially inspire other young fighters or just people in general to know, even though you have those setbacks, you can still have self-belief and faith and know what got to do longer.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I reflect on a verse that says, thank God I was afflicted, because it builds perseverance and endurance. If you never go through anything, like how can you really say you built something in life? Not that saying you have to go through a struggle, not that saying your parents can set you up, but you're going to go through something. And if they find inspiration, I'm grateful. Like I said in the press conference, there are a lot of people out there in this gym who might have been through the same situation. I'm grateful that I get to share my story and hopefully help somebody too. If the fighters are inspired by it, I'm grateful. I just want to let them know, like I said, PFL asked me a question, what do you want to be known for? I want to be an accessible champion. So just message me on Instagram or find me. I'll talk to you. It might take me some time to get back. It depends on the day, but I'll make sure I'm here for you. Like a lot of people just need somebody to talk to. This belt is part of what helps me become who I am and all that stuff, but it's a representation of my team and the people in my life. I enjoy being around the people I love, and they're a big reason I'm here today. I got back to the gym, and I got cut from the UFC. Coach Jones said, "Hey, run another path." It's the little things that people tell you. So I wish they were all up here with me because that's what it is. And they surround yourself with great people who are going to help you get to where you need to go. Because when you're lost, who knows, right? Who knows what you're thinking? But if you can just find people, find a church, find somebody you can talk to. Not saying you're just another Christian, just find a good human, and make that decision for the best days. And that's all you need.
It's beautiful words. And also, you talk about the support system around you. I know maybe it hasn't sunk in yet how much this $1 million means to you. I know you spoke about before the Tim Karen fight, you came on hard times.
Yeah.
How important is this, not only the belt, but the money for you, your family, and all the people that support you?
The money's important. I'm grateful. It's a tool, right? It's a tool that I can grow. I want to invest at work with a company called Live Wealth Group, and they've really been helping me make the right decisions in my life, and my life's gotten a lot better. I see it as just a big, investment in capital, and I can make the best decisions, but I also want to make it public. I'm going to share a lot of the investments that I make, share a lot of the strategies that we're putting together to help me grow, because I think a lot of fighters, just due to their circumstance, may have a lack of education, doesn't mean they're not intelligent at all. So I really want to come here and just share it with them and create a blueprint of what fighters can be. I look at athletes like Magic Johnson, I look at athletes like Tom Brady, I look at athletes like LeBron and whoever. Why can't we do it too, even if it's on a different scale? So I think that if you're an athlete, you may not just get ahead with strictly fighting or being an athlete in general, but you could use the tools and things you have if you just make the right intelligent investments. So that's what I want to do. That's a thing I want to just share with people, make it public. I'm pretty private about my life, but if it can help somebody else, I'll share it.
Yeah, and then I got one more quick thing I'll add. Does a potential super fight with Johnny Evelyn kind of interest you, ATT versus Kill Cliff?
For sure. ATT versus Kill Cliff's a cool thing to say, right? But it's more so respect to Johnny Evelyn. He did great work. I want to fight Johnny, Nemkov, and Ngannou. So all three of them, they're all special fighters. They're all done really well. I'm gonna make a shout out to my dog Aaron Jeffrey. Actually, I would say he earned the Evelyn fight first. Let him go get that, and then we could talk about it. He's a brother of mine. No matter what, if they batched us up, I still love him. If we did it, but he came from Canada for 2 months to help me get ready for this fight. So he's earned that fight. He's next in line for that Bellator title. I would love to be an honor to fight Nemkov or Johnny Evelyn, but all three of them, Evelyn, Johnny, and Nemkov, Johnny, and Ngannou are the three that I want. I would say though, if I'm doing things correctly, Aaron Jeffrey on that one.
Congrats again on the win. I think one surprising aspect of this fight for a lot of fans and viewers and pundits was your grappling. You had Josh in a lot of trouble at multiple times during the fight. Can you talk to us a little bit about the development of that aspect of your game and how important it is for you to be well-rounded?
Yeah, I think you have to be a lethal weapon everywhere. Shout out to Coach Jones, shout out to Coach Lentz, who I work a lot with in grappling, and Coach Saeed, but also my training partners, being intelligent, Coach Dieter as well. All very, very smart minds. Delano giving me great pointers too and like work with me in anything. I started when I was 24, right? So I'm still figuring it out. I respect Josh and what he's done, but I also see it as a challenge. But he's a good grappler. Oh, he's this. Watch this. You know, kind of like I like that feeling. They put me through the rounds, man. Like keeping it simple, being disciplined, not just being overzealous. I'm grateful. I don't know how many shots he took in the fight, but I know he took a few. And did we stop them all? Did me slipping and falling him count as a takedown for him? But if it did, dang it, I gotta be better there. But it's something I can learn from. Man, I don't miss a training session unless I'm sick or something. But I won't miss a training session. I'll go, and sometimes even push past it, right? Because I really, really enjoy martial arts. I love training. I want to get back to the gym soon. I mean, talk about like unifying these titles so I get to go train again soon. I think grappling's really, really cool. I'd like to get some submissions. I thought I was close there, but having intelligent training partners and coaches who got me here, I would say the development of my grappling is something that I can still definitely improve in, being more intelligent. But it's a shout out to the people around me, especially Jones and Lentz. They've really, really harped and worked with me on different things. We got a submission this year, was pretty cool. Funny enough, when Tim Karen, Lentz and I worked on that submission three weeks before that. Just did and Delano made a great point between the round of that fight to pull him off the cage. So it all comes together. It's just how I can listen, right? I can be stubborn at times, and I've had coaches who challenge me. Sorry for the language, but Coach Dieter said I was being a dick one time, and I was like, I deserved it. I wasn't being respectful, and I was being a hothead. And it's good to have people in your life who can check you, and that's the reason I say that. I don't care to swear so much here, but I like that honesty. So it just kind of made me open my mind, and like, you have to have wise counsel in life, as it says in the Word. So people like that who really push me to be better, help me open my mind and receive and take information. And working with Brendan Allen, some mistakes I made with him really, really helped me for this fight. So it's a shout out to my training partners.
One last question for me. We spoke just a few months ago a little bit about your story and how at one point you were living out of your car in South Carolina looking for hope. For those that are watching this right now and are looking for hope and have goals and have dreams, what's your message to them to get themselves off their feet and to push forward?
Yeah, I'd say if you have as my car, live in South Florida outside the gym, if you really believe you're called to do something, whether life hits you with a challenge, truly focus on the vision that God's given you. Get organized and have discipline. Wake up, be joyful, right? Don't quit. Find peace in your situation and realize that just because you're in a current situation doesn't define you. Know who you're called to be. For me, it was never like, oh, this car defines me. I just looked at it as like Jocko Willing talked about. He said, every single time you go through something, say good, so you can start building that scaffolding to move forward, right? So I just looked at it like, this is good, so how do I get better? I was close to the gym, so I can get to the gym at 6 a.m. and hit the bag, right? And at first, it was me hitting the bag, then Henry gave me pointers, and then Coach Dieter started meeting me every single morning to help me refine. Sometimes, like I think fighters, we make a mistake, we think our trainers owe us, but we also owe them to show up and work. And then they'll come and help you out. So like, you don't have to beg, just show up and hit that bag. You know, a lot of fighters don't hit the bag today, and I think that could help them. And you just come in the morning and you're sweating before the team gets in there, people come around you and help you get better. And that's a testimony to Kill Cliff and DK Fitness and everybody around me. And my training partners see it too. They see that I go to work and they want to help me too.
Impa, congratulations.
Thank you.
What did it feel like when you saw your parents walk into the cage?
Good question. It was great, you know. Sorry, seeing my parents walk into the cage was special because, like I said, my dad came to this country with $16 in his pocket. Oh, shit. Sorry, my dad.
You're okay.
My dad came to this country with $16 in his pocket, and he told me when I was young, he said, no matter where you go, you gotta... Sorry, guys.
Take your time. Take your time.
He told me, he said, sorry, thank you. Anywhere you go in life, you be successful. I don't care if they drop you off at a place you don't speak that language. He would be at the Congo River and he'd dig bricks up, and he did anything he could to get to this country. Sorry, guys. Gosh, you got me, man. Forget you. He works so hard, man. Like, he's a great dad. My mom works so many hours shifts. My dad will cook, he'll clean, he'll pick up everybody. He makes every single event. He sacrifices. He had a learning center. He lost the business. We lost our house when we were little. He never made a mistake. He never quit on us. And a lot of kids can't say that. So it's that. That's what I felt, man. Sorry. Ah, God dang.
Can you do this in French or?
I don't speak well French, but I'm going to try slow.
It's okay, it's okay. Do you have something to say about what happened in Congo?
Yeah, man. Congo's been getting hurt for a long time. People think about the genocide. They think about, like, the pain and the suffering from way back when, man, from King Leopold, cutting people's right hands off just to get rubber, right? But we say in Congo we're stubborn, right? You can cut our right hand off, but it's our ancestors. The blood that drips from our hand is going to be the seed that our ancestors once are going to fight for us, and I'm one of them. You know, Congo's getting just attacked from all sides, puppet governments, for cobalt, for the phones and things that we have that are great, but it doesn't have to be like that. Let's do something right, people, man, because God's coming too. He's going to take care of people. Like, people in Congo are strong. Stay strong. I love you. It's terrible what's going on, from exploitation of minerals, sex trafficking, people buying up the land from other countries and not really treating the people well. You can grow a banana in Congo, sell it to Belgium or wherever around the world, and you're buying it back, said it came from Congo, right? There's a lot of corruption. Thank you for asking. That's something that really fires me up. I do plan to go to my parents' country, to my country, and really help out. My mom always told me, she said, you can become a world champion one day. But, you know, if you don't do anything good for people, she won't be as proud. So that's something I'd like to come do. I think that they're beautiful people. I think that the world should open their eyes and see what's going on in Congo, but all over the world. There's no kid that should be killed based on your faith. I'm a Christian, I love Jesus, but no kid should be killed. Doesn't matter where you're from, we're all humans, man. There's a lot of love that needs to be spread, and people need to look in the mirror. So Congo is one of the countries, but I know too, you can talk about where Coach Dieter's from, you can talk about Cuba, you can talk about where a lot of my teammates are from all the world. Name a country, you see it, and here in the United States too, people are getting hurt. But when I talk about where my parents are from, there's a lot of sadness, a lot of blood running those streets. So look into it, educate yourself, be patient with people, learn to love them, because a lot of people are hurting too. You tell somebody about your struggle, they'll say, what about theirs? Let's say, what about our struggle? And learn to love one another.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.